Hello, Master Manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I am back with another video. It is day 29 of my 30-day challenge, and we are winding down to the end. And I know that this has been super helpful, not only for you guys, but for myself as well. And when I'm speaking to you guys, I'm speaking to myself. I watch my own videos a lot. And I know in this 30 days, it's helped me level up. So if you've missed some of the videos, I have a playlist that is in the description for you guys to watch if you want to catch up on any of them. Thunder, hey, we've been missing you. And yes, so a like, a comment, a subscribe, you guys, is super helpful for just supporting the channel. I also do have sessions available. The links are in the description. I also do guided sat scenes and guided revision scenes. So yes, all of that info is in the description. So let's talk about the ultimate mental diet to have. And this is going to tie in with what I've really been focusing on this whole challenge, which is really connecting with the God self. Yes, Thunder. Jacarius was looking for you a couple of videos. She's like, where's Thunder? And I was thinking about you yesterday, but always assuming and knowing that you're doing well. But yes, so the ultimate mental diet of really connecting with the God self, you guys, is just knowing and continuing, because like I've been talking about connecting with the God self, manifesting as the God self, seeing and knowing yourself as the God self, right? But how do we actually do this, right? And what's so interesting is that God imagined itself as man, and that's how we are what we are. And now we are man imagining ourselves as God, and that is the way to really access other than that meditation that I've been like continuously directing you guys to. It's called Reach the Dimension of Stillness. And I've linked it in plenty of videos. Hey, Jacarius, I was just talking about you. But yes, so really the mental diet that you want to keep, and of course we know, hi Esros, of course we know that a mental diet, just in case anybody is watching doesn't know, is almost like a food diet. Like if you were to say, I'm only eating healthy foods, I'm not eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's and milkshakes and cookies. You know, it's the same thing, but with your mentality, with your thoughts. So you are being a guide, you are being, an observer, of course, and being very strict on what are the things that you allow yourself to dwell on, right? So, this is what a mental diet is. But when you actually have the mental diet of I am God expressed, right? And I've been touching on this in pretty much every video. But when you really take on that mentality, you guys, this is going to make every single thing that you're creating so much easier for you to create. All of the things that you feel are above you or beyond you are going to become just within reach. Everything will be within reach. Even when it comes to things like time, right? Space. A lot of the things that keep us in the mentality of what we can or can't have, things like the past, or, just things seeming impossible. All of these things, when you really identify and recognize yourself as beyond it, right? And this is the thing, you guys, is that this is a practice. And this is why I'm talking about this as a mental diet for you guys. I want you guys to, when you come up against even small obstacles, because I feel like this is what has helped me build faith, is when you come up against anything, you guys, anything. I don't know, maybe you wake up and you're tired, but you have a meeting, cancel the meeting in your mind, and then when the meeting is canceled in real life, you will start to see like small things like this. You start to see that nothing is beyond you. But when you come up against things that you feel are beyond you, the only way to really know yourself beyond that is to mentally go beyond that. It is to mentally identify with the one who is beyond that, right? And that's what I've really been harping on in my past 30 videos that I've been making. Is going beyond it in your mind, but continuously continuously walking yourself back to that understanding, right? Because as I said, you guys, we are passing through many states throughout many times of the day. I like being honest with you guys, the past couple days, I haven't necessarily been in this super, awakened, like God self state. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that it's lost though. And I think that sometimes, like when we have an off day or we have an off week or we have a whatever, it can feel like, oh my God, like I've lost all the progress that I had, or oh my gosh, I have to start over. It's not anything like that. Like really realize, you guys, time doesn't exist. And I feel like even just something like that, having that understanding that time doesn't exist, that's something that can help so many people, right? Knowing that you are beyond time, but you can only experience that. You can only experience that for yourself, right? You can only experience that by identifying and embodying the God self. That's the only way for it to be experienced, right? And so I want you guys to go on a mental diet of continuously in everything that you're going through in your life, not just with this one desire that you have or whatever it is, right? But with everything that's going on in your life, I want you to just see it from the God self and see it from knowing that nothing is impossible to me. And just try it, you guys. Like take something and imagine it. As soon as you have any small desire, imagine yourself receiving it and see it as like, and it's like there's kind of like I don't like, it's like an awareness, right? Okay, so I did this meditation this morning and he was talking about, it's actually the same guy that does the Reach the Dimension of Stillness meditation. But he was talking about how right now you are aware, right? You're aware of everything. But when you direct your focus and attention to something specific, that's what makes that experience. So like when you guys, I don't know if you guys meditate, you should, but when you're meditating, you kind of lose like your senses. You almost lose yourself. Like you don't feel, when you reach that deep place, you almost don't feel like yourself. You feel like you're just kind of like floating is not even like the word that I could use, but it's just like a really tripped out feeling, right? But at the same time, you are aware. Like while I was sitting in meditation and he's saying that, I was aware that I was sitting down in the bed. I was aware that I'm in this room. I'm aware that I'm in a meditation. I'm aware of how I'm sitting, but I wasn't consciously aware of those things. When he said, become aware of your hands and feet, then my attention went to my hands and feet. The whole time I'm aware that I have hands and feet, but bringing my attention to my hands and feet brings it makes it more real. It brings me into experiencing that, is what I'm saying. So although, like I said, in that meditation, in that deep state, I was aware that I was meditating. I was aware that I was, in a room. I was aware that I was sitting. I was aware that this, there's a computer table to the right of me or whatever, but I wasn't experiencing that because my eyes are closed. I'm not really being aware of anything until he said, become aware of your hands and feet. Now I'm directing my attention, right? And that brings it into reality, right? So I'm saying this for a reason. When you start to bring that awareness, the God self in you is always present. It's always there, right? But it's about having the awareness of it, though. It's about contemplating it, right? And that's what gives us power as people, is the ability to contemplate it. It's the ability to reflect on, okay, I'm God being expressed as everything, every single thing in this universe, this world is, but I have the ability to contemplate that. I have the ability to become aware of that, right? When you bring your awareness to your awareness, right? This is what he talks about in that meditation a lot. Become aware that you are aware, right? Become aware that you are God. Become aware of the God self in you, right? And that's where your trust is, you guys. Your trust, I feel like a lot of times people are trying to have faith in themselves, and that's where we fail, because we're trying to have faith in a flawed human self, right? In a human self that is just, we're not like, our human self is not all powerful, right? It is the God within us, right? It's talked about this in the Bible where I can't remember the exact verse, but he says, you know, it's not me that's doing this. Like, God in you does the work, so no one can boast. It's not about Olivia or, Joe or Mary. It's about God within us that does the work. And when you see that that is within you, that that is what's animating you, and that that cannot fail, right, then everything becomes easier for you. But it's difficult. Like, again, I've talked to you guys about the world kind of lulling us back to sleep. We're in this kind of environment that's kind of lulling us back to sleep, back to, no, but you're just this little person. No, but you really can't do that. Oh, remember your past, remember your childhood, remember what they said, remember this. But I talked yesterday about being present, and this is why the gift is in the present, because in the present there is no past, there is no future, there's only now, and it's waiting to be experienced. But most of the time we're contemplating either the past or the future, so we're not taking advantage of the now, which is it's infinite potentiality in the now. There's infinite potential for you to change your tomorrow and even to change your past, right? But that opportunity is in the now, right? And so when you're knowing that, right, when you're in the present, right, first of all, you're in the present, in the moment, in the now, knowing that I am God, and continuing to remind yourself of that, continuing to put this in action, you guys. That's the part, like putting it in action. And that's why I'm saying that's the mental diet that you want to be on. The mental diet of, I am God expressed, nothing is impossible to me, and continuing to exercise that in whatever way that you want to exercise that, you guys. Like, however your day is going, continue to exercise that. Continue to see yourself like that. Continue to identify yourself like that. Continue to do things that you feel like if God is love, then maybe don't cuss somebody out today. Maybe do forgive somebody even if you feel like they don't deserve it, right? All of these things are aligning you, your heart, your energy, your essence with the essence of God, right? But you becoming aware of that constantly is what allows you to go beyond that, right? And I'm always talking about, you're above this, you're above this, you're above this, right? But understanding, I can tell you that all day, but until you come up against something that you feel is above you, and you rise above it, and you make it bow to you instead of you bowing to it, you will not really understand that. It's something that should be experienced and has to be experienced. And when it's experienced over and over and over, you will not be able to deny the power within yourself, right? So when you are coming up against something that seems impossible, see it from your God self. What if I was, right? Just like I said, God became man by imagining he was man. Man is going to become God by imagining that he is God. And while we're alive, obviously when we die, we go back to what we are. But, in this experience though, what if you were God? Like, what if you were like I said, that situation happens where you have a meeting later but you don't want to go, you're tired, you want to take a nap, so you cancel it in your mind. But in your mind you're like, well, how is it really going to be canceled? I can't, this is important, or this person really needs this, or whatever. But go beyond it though. Go beyond it. When you're sick or something happens in your body, see yourself as healed. Go beyond it. The only way for you to go beyond it is to actually go beyond it, you guys, and actually practice and do this, okay? So I love you guys so much. I think, let's see, I'm reading these. Aw, Jacaria said she almost started spiraling just now. And I was like, nope. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. And let's see. Yes, not today. I'm God expressed, nothing to fear. You and Rev Ike have been chef's kiss. I love you, Jacarius. Yes, and I want to touch on that. I'm glad you said that, because that is so true, you guys. Like, so many times when we're spiraling, or even when we're about to spiral, or when we're feeling subject to our circumstances, we are in a state of fear. I notice that so much. Like, it's like the fear is overtaking you. But again, coming back to that realization, you guys, and Jacarius is literally like spelling it out for you guys right now in her experience. She's got expressed, so I have nothing to fear. You have the infinite within you, so you have nothing to fear. You have the infinite within you. You can't fail, right? And it's continuously walking yourself back. Every time something comes up that's like, oh, that's impossible. No, I'm God expressed. Keep walk. That's the mental diet I want you guys to be on. Thunder says she's going to delete her account soon and everything on my phone and just meditate all the time. Not even music and TV for a while, just pure imagination. Someone once said that music, TV, and all of that steals imaginal power. Wow, Thunder. I definitely think it's a great idea to, you know, go within. That's always helpful. But yeah, you guys, I just love you guys so much. I intend and know that this was helpful. I will have 2 more videos after this because although it's a 30-day challenge, I missed a day a couple days ago. So I'll be making up for that. So I will see you guys all the way. Well, I'll see you guys after the end of July too. But if you made it to the end of the video, like the video and comment, subscribe.